So there folks, welcome back to Loren the Amazon Princess. Where we left off, we had a choice of two plans to escape. Dora's plan, escape from jail, or Draco's plan, run to the elves. I've had to think about it, and this is my justification for the plan we're going to go with. First off, if we run now, the guards are there, they're going to see us, they're going to try and stop us, and it's probably going to lead to a fight. On top of that, Draco's plans to run to the elves. Now, we have an elf with us. Unfortunately, she appears to be a slave. What are the elves going to think if we turn up with, an enslaved elf with us looking for somewhere to hide? They're probably not going to be, not going to be the most welcoming of people, I think. Dora's plan, escape from jail. It would be nice to escape before we end up in jail, but it does leave us the option of, at least trying to escape stealthily, try to get out without a fuss. So I'm going for Dora's plan. We're going to try to escape once we're in jail, and see how it goes. As much as it hurt her pride to do so, Loren was convinced to surrender to the guards. The party was captured and locked away in a prison. Dora informed them that she couldn't free them as promised, since it was more difficult than she'd originally thought. Damn, I was guessing that was going to be a risk. I was also quite worried, though, if we took the other option, that one of the party members might die as we escape. Because I don't know what the boundaries are for the game. It's tricky. As time slipped away, the tensions between them were starting to mount. Loren wore an imperturbable expression, but Eleanor was not nearly so calm when trapped behind the bars of a jail cell. Dora! You don't have to shout so loud, I'm right here, You haven't been able to get us out of here like you promised. Don't you have anything to say for yourself? We were counting on you, Dora. God damn it. What kind of explorer are you? And somebody owes me 10 gold pieces. Hashtag just saying. Fucking Draco. Calm down, I'm working on it. I didn't think they'd use this type of lock. You were just going to lockpick us out? I thought you had connections or wiles to talk ourselves out. You're just a common thief, aren't you? Hey, don't go throwing around that word so lightly. I may borrow things without permission and forget to give them back, but I'm not a common thief. This lock is just unpickable, is all. I trusted you, and now we're in here to rot. Oh god, here she comes. Loren, all of you, shut up! I'm a princess, god damn it. Eleanor jumped slightly as she looked over to where she was confined. I'm sorry. Just because we can't escape by the method we originally wanted doesn't mean we can't still escape. Well, this is true. Do you have a plan? I've been thinking non-stop. I may have something, but it will take some coordinating to execute properly. It doesn't involve killing, does it? I hate killing. Gets all over my robes. Oh, buy some new robes, you dunderhead. Stop bickering for 2 minutes. Grace has something to say. Dora and Draco grew bashfully silent. What is your plan, Your Majesty? Loren's eyes met with Eleanor's as she looked at her like she was more than just a slave for the first time. Okay, it's a slightly weird moment. It's risky, and yes, it does involve killing. Oh, drats. I don't know about you, but I'm not going to rot in this jail cell for much longer. I have to find my mother. Loren closed her eyes for a moment as she returned to her thoughts. We can kill the guard who brings our food and use his keys to unlock our cell. Holy shit, this is going to go downhill rapidly, isn't it? We'll also steal his weaponry, and then... But the guards are already here. Before our thoughts could continue, the sound of guards' heavy footsteps echoed down the hall. With Gandalf, by the looks of things, everyone in the party came to attention and looked up to see an old man surrounded by several armoured men. He stopped in front of their cell and waved the men to leave. Eleanor surveyed the man curiously, knowing full well that he had to be a mage. He wore a wizard's hat and he carried a magician's staff. It's a fucking dead giveaway. The beard as well. It's a magician's beard. Eleanor watched with a flicker of worry in his eyes. What? Has Eleanor just changed gender? Eleanor watched with a flicker of worry in his eyes as the old mage eyed Loren intensely. She looked as though she were ready to spring into action at any moment, but the expression of the old man was imperturbable! Oh my god, is that word of the day? Imperturbable. Old mage, good day, young foreigners. Young foreigners. Who are you? You're not very direct for a prisoner. Oh, sorry, you're very direct for a prisoner, young lady. But there is no reason for me not to introduce myself properly. My name is A polymesho. A polymesho. A polymesho. And I am the Archwizard of Grimoire. So what do you want with us, old man? Scary old man. Well, your group is a very unique bunch. We don't see a collection of individuals with such diverse background in these parts. Loren looked suspicious of the old man, but she remained silent as she listened to his explanation. Since you're all quite unique, we have a proposition for you. Would you be interested in hearing our offer? I doubt we have very much choice in the matter. This town's council is willing to forgive you for the trouble you stirred up if you will help us with a very urgent matter. There is a precious artifact that we are trying to recover, but all of our attempts to get it back thus far have been thwarted. The Empire is in search of the only known holy sword left in existence, the Ember Blade. It is said to be atop Mount Kronos. But that mountain is in elven territory. The old mage's brow furrowed as after being addressed by an elf. So it is, you'd no doubt know of the impossibility of humans travelling through elven territory, being one. Eleanor frowned from hearing the venom in Polymesho's voice. You'd think they would let us pass because we're not all humans, correct? That is exactly what we hope. Since your group is small and of mixed kind, we are hoping the elves will think that you are simply travellers. Oops, I right-clicked, sorry. Rather than on a mission for the Empire. So you just want us to go to the mountain and retrieve the sword, and then we're free to go. Yes. Easy peasy. Almost too easy. What's the catch? The journey to Mount Kronos is not an easy one. The forest has many dangers, so the elves will not be your only threat. The mountains themselves are home to the mountain dwarves, snow goblins, and other hostile creatures. Snow goblins, they don't sound very good. Dora frowned at his comment, but Loren interjected before the dwarf woman had the chance to say anything more. I'm looking for my missing mother. That is our priority and why we came to this town. If your freedom is not incentive enough... It's not. Wow, owned, old man. Well, as a member of the council, I could make use of all the resources available to me to find your missing loved one. I may even personally know her whereabouts. What is your mother's name? Uh-oh. Here we go. Loren tensed. Queen Karen of the Amazons. Silence fell for a few moments after she admitted the truth of their mission. Polymesho didn't seem to be surprised by her statement and instantly drew up conclusions in his mind. He nodded in response. I can most certainly help you. The surprise reflected in Loren's eyes was clear. Are you serious? Do I have your word? Yes, you certainly do, Princess. I will be glad to assist you if you first accept my task. Loren hesitated for a moment, a war of thoughts pulling back and forth in her mind before she nodded somberly. Or imperturbably, if you prefer. I will accept your mission then. We will venture through elven territory to retrieve the artifact for you. I'm pretty sure artifact was spelled wrong there as well. You quest, the Ember Blade. Oh, it's disappeared. I don't know what it was. Never mind. Wonderful. I will be accompanying you, of course, to ensure that everything goes as planned. You mean to make sure we don't run away? You could say that, yes. No. Loren looked over to Eleanor, a glimmer of excitement reflected in her eyes. Friendly. This will still be good, though. Any help is welcome. I'm sure you'll be a valuable asset to our group, sir. Polymesho. We will await your instruction. Of course, I'm glad that you have accepted our proposition. As long as you keep your word as well. You need not be concerned with me keeping my word, nor about me slowing you down. I can tell already my magic sense is tingling just looking at him. He's definitely not as harmless as he may seem. I'm sure travelling with the lot of you will be a memorable experience. Oh, someone thinks I'm memorable. What did I tell you, your highnessship? I told you I was special. Special fucking needs, maybe, Draco. You are special, but not in a good way. It's a special child. Why'd you have to say it like that? We already have a magician. Are you any good with that there magic staff? I did not become the Archmage by chance, if that's what you're asking. Good enough for me! Dora the Explorer! What a fucking ragtag bunch we've got here. The more help we have, the quicker we can get this over with. Agreed. When do we leave? Tomorrow, before dawn. I'm sorry to say that I cannot free you from the dungeon until that time, for some strange reason that would make no sense. So sleep as well as you can. We have a long road ahead of us. Okay. Maybe that was the right decision we made then. Maybe it wasn't. Who knows? Review your party setup before proceeding. We'd put Gandalf in there. And he's going to have to be in the back. Oh, we don't actually have to put him in the party. Should we? Do you think it's a good idea? We could move Dora the Explorer to the front, maybe. And put Gandalf at the back. Oh no, because Dora's ranged, isn't she? Let's put Gandalf in. We'll swap him for... yeah, oh no, Eleanor has to be in the party. Okay, we'll swap him for Dora. Let's try that. Loren's walk was noticeably more forced. To Eleanor, it was clear that she wasn't happy with her situation of being forced to do a man's chore before getting his help. However, her silence told her that she was willing to do it for her mother's sake. Careful, we will be travelling along the outskirts of the Elven Forest. Keep your eyes out for hostiles. You think they'll just start attacking us? I wouldn't put it past them. The wizard said it with disgust, glaring at the trees. Don't trust the trees. Eleanor walked by Loren's side silently, heeding Apollomachio's warning against her better judgment of the elves. But she heard movement in the forest nearby. Oh my god, movement! What could it be? No one revealed themselves, but it put Eleanor on alert just the same. Wow, immediately from the tropical forests to the snow-capped mountains. That was a good journey. The skyline of Mount Kronos formed in front of them, and it looked like a perilous climb. Apollomachio urged them to keep up a quick pace, however, and Loren did not argue. The last of the trees were about to be behind them when Eleanor heard noise from within them again. She spun around. Between the trunks of the trees stood a few elves with their weapons drawn, closely guarding their home. The elf in front gestured with his hand and the others disappeared into the forest. He gave Eleanor a long look before turning back as well. As they were watching us all along. Eleanor? The group had not stopped and was about to go on without her. Coming! They had passed through the Elven territory unscathed, but an even greater challenge was before them. What? Oh, I was going to say, how many different areas are we going to transition through in about 5 minutes? Meanwhile, in the northern border of the region, an evil force was crafting sinister plans. Dun dun dun! Behind-the-scenes exposition. The party was still innocently unaware of this creature's actions, but it was only a matter of time until that would change. Oh my god. A heavily armoured, mysterious being sat on its throne, comfortable in the hot room despite the volcano's lava flowing so near. The evil thing's name was Fost, a name that would come to be spat and whispered in fear. He looked up to see Jul, his servant succubus, approaching him, swaying her hips back and forth. Your news? Karen has been taken care of. Good. Any complications? Her daughter Loren is looking for her as we speak. She is a very determined woman, so I doubt that she will give up searching easily. Look at these horns. Ugh. Before we could respond to her, Grob came forward to kneel before him. Is that goblin guy? Oh, here we go. My lord, I have returned. That's my Grob voice. I'll probably forget that in about 2 seconds. Fost, it's about time. I've come bearing good news. I have taken care of Loren and her party. They are now imprisoned in a human city. Oops, I right-clicked. Sorry, boss. Were you really able to capture them that easily? Yes, my lord. Except, unbeknownst to me, they've escaped already. Jewel frowned and crossed her arms. She knew that Fost would not like the news, but she could not keep it to herself. Oh, well, actually, there you go. But they aren't in prison, not a one of them. Fost's gaze was indiscernible and also imperturbable, but the air was thick with tension in the ensuing silence. Care to elaborate? Exactly that. They're not imprisoned. They're waltzing around freely. Grob simply scoffed. Even if they aren't, they've been dealt with. My plans are going perfectly. It doesn't matter which side they end up on or where they are right now. They're going to trigger a war between the humans and ours just as we wanted. Tell me again how Loren's involvement in this will help us. She was supposed to be imprisoned. Simple, my lord. They will be at the heart of the conflict, not us. We will be able to begin our invasion freely, and there's a good chance that Loren will be killed in the struggle between the two warring races. They will be distracted, fighting against each other, and with their unusual group, fatality is nearly guaranteed. Wow. Foster remained silent, considering the explanation carefully and trying to calculate the potential repercussions and what could go wrong. Grub's plan wasn't entirely foolproof, but it did sound surprisingly thorough considering who'd crafted it. I approve of these plans. Let us see how far they succeed. And they had better succeed, Grob. Do I make myself clear? Transparent, my lord. Brilliant. That was a good line. Can we at least send someone to watch over Loren and her party? They've gained a new ally already. They could be more dangerous than we think. You speak the truth. Make it so. Make it so, number one. As I've said... Oh, no, this is Grob. I've already forgotten Grob's voice. As I've said before, you do not have to worry. I am taking care of that matter as well. What do you mean? As I said, my lord, there is already someone watching over them very closely. Everything will go according to plan. I have made sure of it. Oh, so maybe Gandalf's on Goblin's side. For your sake, it had better... Who knows? Who knows? Right, let's... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Never mind. Talking is completely optional, but we can look romance options or extra quests. That wasn't what I wanted either. Or was it? Yes, it was. Look, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Save. Hey. Shall we have a look at this then? Separate screens? What's this? Select someone to talk. Oh, do we have to? We're not getting any romance with these two. Let's face it. Draco's a bellend, and this guy is like ancient. Let's talk to Dora. Dora, you said you could get us out of jail. I know. Sheesh, haven't you made me feel awful enough already? I'm not trying to make you feel bad, I just want answers. I want to know if I can ever trust you again. That's a bit harsh. Look, okay, I totally thought I could get us out of there. I've done it loads of times. I wasn't lying to you. Friendly, I know you weren't lying. I just think you shouldn't make promises you can't keep anymore. Okay then. That put us and Loren's mother in danger. If I don't take your word on things in the future, you know why. Oh, please don't be like that. They put us in a weird cell with a weird lock, so I couldn't pick it. Your entire plan was just to pick the lock, and I was going to sneak you guys out. You may be small, but the rest of us aren't. If I could take it back, I would. Sorry, and stuff. We're here now, not in jail. Can't we move on now? Yes, let's move on. What's this? Available character quests. Please note that the quests are very tough battles. Don't try them as you're well prepared. You have no quests. Characters will start to approach you. Personal quest statement in the game. Okay. Okay. Separate screens? Oh, I see. Okay. Leave. Wait, could I... am I Eleanor after all? Because look, I can talk to Loren, but Eleanor's not here. You know when I said in the last video, I feel like I'm playing as Eleanor? Maybe I am. Right. Mount Kronos. Do we just walk to Mount Kronos? Is that a thing? Can we just do that? Wow. The party was already well into their journey. The terrain was difficult to navigate, but made easier with the help of their new companion. Along the way, they were surprised to find an overturned cart right in their path. Who left this here? Hold, show yourself. It's an ambush. Out from behind the cart jumped a large and dangerous-looking dwarf. Large dwarf, everyone. Brandishing his axe. Oh, I'm not even going to attempt a dwarven voice. Stay away, the lot of you. You'll never get your hands on these goods. Eleanor lowered her weapon, realizing that the dwarf was only protecting the cart, not ambushing them. Oh, okay. Friendly, we cannot just leave him here, your highness. He looks like he's been out here for days. I can handle myself. Stay away from my cart. He wants us to leave him. He looks like he's starving. I don't know, looks pretty well fed to me. Please, I beg of you, help him. Loren rested her eyes on the dwarf, and he seemed to shake where he stood. It was clear that he was malnourished, but too prideful to leave his cart behind. She grabbed the water skin from her hip and threw it at him. Drink it! What is your name, dwarf? Ramus. And then he poured the water into his mouth like he hadn't had a drop in days. Haven't you had any water? Just me, eat lots of it. He gestured to the scattered barrels near his cart. You're a merchant, aren't you? Ah, at least I used to be until my blasted wagon lost its wheel. I'm not much of anything now. Don't say that. You'll still be an amazing merchant when you get back. Ramus blinked, staring deeply at the female dwarf, trying to comfort him. He looked as if he were in a trance. Aye. Okay. Are there any goods we can purchase from you? We have a long trip ahead of us, and we may restore your merchant's honour yet. Of course I got goods to sell. Just take a look. Sweet. Right, we have 329 gold. Do we need this vest? I don't think we do. How do we sell? How I sell... Chipapa. Sell vest for 12. Right, there we go. We can sell these crap weapons that we don't need anymore. The old quarterstaff. And what was this? A precious gem, which I think is just sellable loot. Right, what's this? Two-handed sword, storm cloud. Price $8.50. Okay, that's pretty expensive. Is there anything within our price range? Giant axe, hurricane. Very nice. We don't have anyone who uses axes though. Standard short sword. Oh, I see. Look, if I. Oh, I see. Oh, so Loren can use these. Ah, okay. Right. So why are some of these red and some of them green? I'm not sure why some of these have got red background and some have got a green. Maybe there's some reason for it. Right. What we should do is have a look. It looks like these have got numbers behind them as well. I wonder if that's... Oh, quantity. Okay, the numbers are the quantities. But I don't know what the reds and greens are. Right, let's have a look at our inventory quickly. Let's have a look at Loren. What's the current stats on her weapon? Medium-edged weapon, one-handed, 14 damage, 1 attack, 2% crit. Oh, and now it's showing me the bonuses, now that I've selected it. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, right. I've got it all worked out. That's brilliant. So... 2% extra crit chance, plus 2 damage, plus 1 attack. Lose a defense and speed. That costs us loads, that one. This one seems quite a decent trade-off. Let's get one of these. Okay. And so how much have we got left? 173. Let's check out some of this armor, see what it does. We don't want things that drop our defense for Loren. That one's quite interesting. 320 though, it's way too expensive. Yeah, it's too expensive. Right, okay, let's just equip that axe. And then we can at least sell one of her swords. Now then, if I... How I do this? Nope. There we go. Oh, is it two-handed as well? Oh, it is. Oh, shit. Okay. Fuck it. We'll roll with it. We'll try it out. See how it works. You never know. We'll stick with it for now. But we'll keep the swords in case we want to swap back. Oh, right. Ramas regained a colourful disposition and happily showed the party his goods. After a few purchases, he seemed not only happier but healthier. He still couldn't keep his eyes off of Dora, however. Yeah, there's something dodgy going on there. Thank you very much. It's the least we could do. Bandits attacked me and I didn't know what to do. I couldn't just leave my cart in the middle of nowhere. Those are just things. You'd risk your life for material possessions? Being a merchant is all I've known, lady. With that axe, I would assume you know something of battle, too. Oh, this old thing, we've been together for a long time. If you know how to use that axe, then we may require your services. We can pay, of course. Pay? After what you just did for me, I'll follow you guys to the end of the world. That's the spirit. Dora jumped up and Ramus smiled excitedly. I agree, dwarves are a powerful people and would be wise to have by our side. Will you join us, Ramus? He glanced over at Dora just one more time. You couldn't keep me away. Then it's settled. Your help in retrieving the sword will be valuable indeed. You've gained a new party member, Ramus, the warrior berserker. And so a new party member joined their ranks. They wasted no more time and continued onwards towards their goal. And on that note, we should probably give him the axe and give Loren her swords back. What a great idea. How... Oh, God, why? If I do that... Jesus Christ, this interface is just fucking appalling. There we go. What is he currently wearing? Yeah, so now it takes off 2 damage, adds 1 attack. Oh, fuck it. Yeah, just give him it. Right. And I'm going to save it there, folks. My God, with this awkward system. And we will resume from there next episode. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.